Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Woodward Sports, let's go! Woodward Sports, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go!
Woodward Sports Network, let's go! What is going on this morning? Welcome to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Happy Friday, man. Welcome to the weekend. It's going to be beautiful. We've had a good week here at Woodward Sports. Hopefully you had a good week, too, at home or wherever you're watching us from. Thank you for being a part of the conversation on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Got a lot of stuff planned for the show today. But first, let's get into who is here today. To my right... Oh, you got talking to that mic.
Gotta have the mic to hear me. I'm over here doing what's going on, Kory.
And to my left,
Joey, hello there.
Then we have Alex in producer land, and Adam's backing him up. Not Adham, Adam. White boy Adam is behind Alex today, and that's how we're gonna have to differentiate the two Adams. Or we got to give you a nickname.
Yeah, you got to give a nickname.
You got to give
me
a nickname.
You got to give him a nickname.
What, Fish? If you could pick a nickname right now for him, what would you give him?
I don't really have one.
Okay.
White boy Adam.
White boy Adam. White boy Rick, like White boy Rick?
Right.
There we go. And we have Fish, the wonderful Fish is here
I'm
this
happy
morning.
I'm not the only one losing my mind going crazy.
This morning?
Yep.
Yeah, no, it's a weird morning already, and I think it's because we're excited
ain't.
for our camping trip. Like, we got a bunch of stuff going on. I woke up, I was packing at my house, like, trying not to forget towels, toilet paper, all types of necessities.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, don't forget a beach towel.
Oh,
He
damn.
forgot a beach towel.
Yeah,
There we
see?
go.
I didn't bring any of that. I got toilet paper for us, though. Damn.
So we'll talk about our camping trip coming up. Joik Bell played on the Space Dogs last night. We're going to talk about that. Obviously, we got to cover Bo Schembechler and Matt Schembechler's comments, and the rest of the victims came out yesterday and spoke. And, you know, we kind of wanted to wait till we heard from them to really have a deep conversation about that. So we're going to be talking about that. Kory at minicamp again, but let's kick off the show talking about last night's basketball games. Nets versus Bucks, we can kick it off with. And it was a good game. The Bucks came out like they should have come out at home, took a huge lead early, but then kind of pissed it away throughout the entire second and third quarter. Fourth quarter, really good basketball. I was actually texting Fish. I texted him like 4 minutes left in the game. I'm like, you got to be loving this 76-76 low-scoring basketball. And he confirmed it. He loved the low-scoring basketball. But it was a great game.
It was weird. It was like, I'm just looking at, I was watching the game, and first off, they got to get Giannis some more help. The fact that it was, first off, Chris Middleton is very streaky.
Yep.
So it's up and down which Chris Middleton you're going to get. Luckily, he showed up last night for the Bucks, but that was it. It was him and Giannis. The rest of those guys, they did basically nothing. And that's the reason why. And you know what? If I'm the Brooklyn Nets, I feel really good. That was as bad as you could play, and you still had a chance to win the game.
You know what I love about the Brooklyn Nets is James Harden isn't even out there playing. Like, I was thinking about that last time. Like, man, this is a really good game. And then I was like, oh, my God. They don't even have an all-star and potential MVP guy on the floor, and they're still competitive without him. So here's the question. Do you bring back James Harden now, or do you still let him rest?
I still let him rest. I mean, because I don't think the Nets are going to play any worse than they played yesterday, and they still could have won that game. So I would rest James Harden and let him come back next series. You've proven that you can beat them 2 times in a row. You've proven even on your worst game you can still be close and win it. I'm feeling pretty good if I'm the Nets.
It's funny because you say that they'll never play as bad as they played. They went from dropping like 125 the game before on Monday night to dropping 83. And it's like, I'm watching this game, and I was like, this is just unbelievable. But then you look at the other side. This is the first time Chris Middleton has played to the level that he should be playing at this entire playoffs.
Yeah, well, if he's going to be the true number 2, he has to play at that level. And I think we all know, like, and like Kory said, it's inconsistent at best.
Yeah.
You're not going to get that from Chris Middleton every single night, and that's the problem. If you got that every single night, whoo, they'd be a dangerous team up there in Milwaukee. But instead, it's if Giannis isn't hitting, they ain't got much going on. The one thing I did want to point to last night is the fight, or almost fight, between P.J. Tucker and Kevin Durant. Watch
stare
this.
down.
Huh? Yeah, watch this. But really, security is what stole this. Look at the bouncer come in. The dudes in all black are bouncers, essentially. They're security. And at first I was like, holy shit, man. Like, security can't be running on the floor to break up basketball fights. Like, that's not their job. Their job is to keep people off the floor. And then I was like, oh my God, the Bucks are at home. The security was sizing up PJ.
Yeah,
he
bumped
wasn't
him in the
going
back.
after Durant. He was protecting Durant. It was very strange. Play that one more time for us, Alex, so we can see this.
Hey, at the end of the day, the NBA knows where they get their money
Yeah.
from.
They gotta protect the money.
Right.
They know.
Here comes security. And look, PJ gets pissed at security, starts talking to him like, why are you touching me? Why are you doing it? Who the hell are you, first of all? But look at him, just protecting Durant. And that's their home court.
That's hired by the NBA, not hired by the Bucks.
You think so? You
Oh,
don't think
yeah.
that's a Bucks guy?
Nah, they NBA got private security for Durant out there. Like, hey,
Or
money.
Kevin Durant hired that guy.
hey, either one. But you know what? I will say this: that's actually not that bad to have a bouncer out there pushing those athletes back, because you definitely don't want the referees trying to break them fights up.
Oh,
They ain't got
yeah.
no business doing it.
That's my favorite. You look at these referees, and they're about 83 years old on average.
Yeah,
And I'm
Ken
like,
Mauer is not getting it done out there.
He's not.
No.
No
And then-
chance.
And then if you get a guy like Scott Foster out there, both teams might end up trying to whoop his ass.
Right.
So it's like, you know what? If that's something the NBA is doing right now, that's actually pretty smart. Get bouncers out there to just kind of fling those guys off each other.
I was laying on the couch watching the game last night, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't think I can ever remember bouncers coming on the court to break up a fight.
Not even at the Malice at the Palace did that happen.
No.
Nah.
No.
There was nothing like that.
You can't, because the bouncers were jumping in the fight.
Right. And then at the end of the game, Drew Holiday hit this layup to take the lead, and this just pretty much sealed it. Kevin Durant had a shot at the end of the game, but not really a good shot. This was a great spin move and layup, though.
Yeah, at least he did something about damn time.
Well, I think Brooklyn was anticipating them calling a timeout because they weren't D'ing up. I think they were
Yeah.
like, all right, as soon as they cross half court, they're going to call timeout.
But I know one thing that Brooklyn also wasn't anticipating.
Look at these guys. Look at these guys.
They're as surprised as all of us were.
Look at this.
But you know what?
We did it. We did it.
Here's what Brooklyn also wasn't expecting. They weren't expecting Bruce Brown to take that effing last shot that he did. What the hell was he thinking? I'm sorry. I don't care how bad Kyrie was playing or whatnot, but when you have, Kyrie, 9 for 22, whatever, it's still Kyrie. Bruce Brown does not need to be going to the rim with that in that moment.
'cause
You
you
need
say
to
that
go
they've
ahead and
never
find a
played.
way, hell or high water, to get that ball back to Kyrie or get it to KD. And to me, again, if you're the Nets, you're feeling really good because you're not going to play that bad again.
Yeah, no, you got to feel good about that. But it leads to show why the Bucks were favored by 3.5 yesterday. But
It's
you know what that
crazy how
meant? The
good
Nets covered,
Vegas-
baby. The Nets covered, baby.
Vegas always wins.
Oh, you didn't do money line.
No, I took the 3.5.
Oh.
I took the 3.5, and they lost by 3. So boom,
Because I was going to
won
yell
by
at
a
you.
half.
I was going to yell at you. I did the money line.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I thought that's what you did. I wasn't paying
No.
attention.
No. The fact that they were giving points to the Nets was just like stealing.
Yeah.
It was almost stealing last night. So I was happy with that. One more free throw from Giannis, and it could have been a whole different story. I'd be
Sheesh.
sitting up here like 4 points. What the fuck? But great game last night there. And then the other game last night, the Clippers and the Jazz. Pretty much the Donovan Mitchell show. And this dude is... This could be his coming out party, right? Like, everybody knew about Donovan Mitchell, but this is turning into, okay, this guy is the dude.
He had that clip going early. I was impressed. And that is, I said this the other day. I thought the Clippers were going to win that game, but I also said that the Jazz were not going to shoot that poorly again because they were the league's best three-point shooting team. And Donovan Mitchell... He's just so depressing to watch.
Because he could have been ours.
Yeah.
Dude, what about Reggie Jackson? The freaking 29 points? 29 points.
Again, just like what the Clippers learned, I thought they learned their lesson in game 1. If one of the Detroit Pistons players from last year is your best player on the court, you're not going to win that game.
Yeah, it can't be Luke Kennard, can't be Reggie, can't be Morris. It's got to be playoff P, and it's got to be Kawhi. It's mostly got to be Kawhi.
Yeah.
If Kawhi is not like scoring 50, they're in trouble right now. And I never thought I'd say that about the Clippers this year.
That's the weird thing about basketball right now. There's always that one player on the team where you could say, like Chris Middleton, for example, if he doesn't go off, like there's no more team ball like we were talking about yesterday. It's just watching basketball today is just a completely different world compared to back then.
Back in the day. But Fish, you enjoyed the Bucks game because of the low scoring, right?
I did.
Yeah,
I did. And then I saw a game yesterday morning that was like 75 to 73, so love low-scoring basketball.
That was not the NBA, was it?
That was not the NBA, no. And
No.
they play 10-minute quarters.
Okay.
So
You can watch
two
women's
less
basketball. You'd be like
minutes than-
40 to 41.
Well, no, those are both men basketball. But I
Yeah,
want to
so-
try to get into women's basketball. I just can't. Sorry, women.
So
I
the
don't
Jazz
know
took
what to
care of
tell you.
business in that series. Now 2-0 for the Jazz. And then we got 2 games coming up tonight. 76ers and Hawks. Who do you guys got in that game?
Gonna go Hawks. I'm just gonna ride this Trae Young bandwagon until it falls off. I know that I should probably pick the Sixers, but you know what? Wait a minute. Take that back. Hunter's out for the season. I'm going with the Sixers. I'm going with the Sixers.
Wow. Switcheroo on him
I
real
just remembered
quick.
that fast that Hunter's gone. And I mean, the Hawks need all of the pieces that they can get to be able to pull any of these games off. So yeah, damn. But Trae Young might have a good game though.
Yeah?
I mean,
Kory?
I'm
Joey?
I'm Kory, and I'm going the Hawks on this one, which Kory originally said because, to your point, Trae Young only dropped 21 points last game. You know he's coming out to shoot.
Yeah, and it's a home game, too, for them. So you know that Atlanta crowd's going to be extra ratchet. So I'm looking forward to seeing that game tonight. And then, of course, we have the other game, the Suns and the Nuggets. Phoenix has a 2-0 lead in this series. Nuggets got to play ball, or this is going to be a quick series for them.
I'm going with Nuggets on this one. It's going to be hard for me to believe that the Nuggets will go down 0-3. I just don't see it. Hopefully, somebody outside of the Joker can step up. Michael Porter Jr. is going to have to step up in this game, and so is Aaron Gordon. I don't know. I'm not expecting him to be a great shooter, but he's going to have to be aggressive, attack, getting to the rim and getting in spots. So I'm going to go Nuggets to go with this game. I just don't see them going down 0-3.
I feel like home court advantage has never in NBA history meant so much. You see it in the series with the Bucks in Milwaukee yesterday. Dude, they just lost by freaking 50 points, and then they bounced back to win yesterday. So you look at this home court advantage differentiate right now, it's going to play a big role. So I'm also going to have to go with the Nuggets taking this one.
Okay, yeah. What's up, Fish?
Are you going to be watching any of these games up in Petoskey?
Hell yes, we are.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently one of the guys we're going with, Mike Broadwell, he's got one of those projectors that we can use, and we're going to set up the projector screen, and tomorrow night we're going to watch the UFC fights. Tonight we'll probably have the basketball game on, and I always got him on my phone.
Nice. I just want to know if you were going to watch or if you were going to be doing other things, camping.
What
or whatever.
else would
Oh,
we do?
shit, it's 10:55. The other game ended.
Fish, we're glamping. This isn't just a regular camping in the middle of nowhere, so we're going to be all right.
Got
We
it.
even got Wi-Fi.
We even got Wi-Fi. That's right. So, yeah, our camping trip is going. We're leaving at noon to head up to Petoskey. So anybody going up there, we found out a couple of our friends are going to be up there just randomly. So this is turning into quite a fun weekend already.
Yeah, Jesse, even in our meeting yesterday, said he's going to be up there for a wedding. So it's going to be a beautiful weekend.
Oh, wow.
And I did not know that Petoskey is this beautiful. I was looking it up yesterday. I've never been.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Dude, you're about to see another side of Michigan if you haven't ever been up there. It's totally different. But you know what? We grabbed a couple bottles of this to make sure our weekend is perfect because the weather's going to be nice, sitting around a bonfire. What more can you ask for than a Michigan-made product in 8 Mile Vodka? This is what you need to have this weekend. You can pick it up at any of your Meijer store. We're taking it up north with us. You can take it with you anywhere you go. And if you want to ask for it at the bar that you're at, they probably have it. And if they don't, let us know and we'll get it to them. It's 8 Mile Vodka, born in Detroit.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand. Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech.
The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10 and a half months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate
of Northwestern Tech. Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
I guess I should do this. There we go. The nice subtle sounds of a Friday morning right here on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. And thank you guys for waking up with us this morning. Not OTAs. I almost did it again. Damn it. Mini camp has ended for the Detroit Lions, and they are off for about 5 weeks. So Lions news is going to be pretty scarce over the next 5 weeks. But let's get all we can out of it right now with Kory, who was there yesterday at mini camp. This was what, third mini camp?
Yeah, day 3.
Day 3. And anything different about day 3 or anything that really stood out to you in day 3?
Yeah, the thing that stood out for me different in day 3 was from the first couple of days in OTAs to the first 2 days this week of mini camps. You saw that real intensity, that fun. It was like almost like a party-like atmosphere, but they were still on the field, taking care of business and going through their drills, and they were being coached up. Yesterday, totally different. It was more methodical. They're about to go on a several-week break, so yesterday seemed like, hey, we're coming here, take care of business, and get out. And nothing really, no circus catches took place yesterday. No coaches getting into going and doing drills themselves as they did the day before. But
Do Staley banging up with any players or no?
Nah, nothing like that. It was just, they just went ahead, got through their drills, looked like they were just trying a few new things out, of course, and they got to it and got out. And a couple things that I took note of is, and you're going to see it in my report that I'm putting on Woodward Sports, Anthony Lynn and Aaron Glenn, when Dan Campbell said that the coaching staff is being competitive and talking trash to each other, you saw Anthony Lynn and Aaron Glenn like two uncles at a barbecue, just having constant banter all afternoon, just walking up to each other and saying little slick stuff. I couldn't read lips, but I could read body language, and it was all lighthearted. It was fun. Jelani Tavai, I know there's lots been talked about with him losing the weight. He looks really quick.
Does he?
Agile. It was all on display. Still I'm talking to, different players there, just, understanding, different techniques and things that they were doing. And another thing, I'm not expecting anybody to be excited about a backup quarterback. Not. But that was one thing that Detroit didn't have when Stafford was injured, or going through his problems. There was really no clear-cut number 2. I think Tim Boyle looks like a clear-cut number 2. Again, just a backup, but threw a pretty ball. I was impressed with how he practiced the entire weekend. Yeah, just a really mild day.
Mild day?
Yeah.
But like you were saying, you could tell that they're ratcheting up the intensity. Like,
yeah.
The honeymoon period, as fun as it's been these past couple days, it's now turning into business.
Yeah, and the one thing I did see was, the first couple of days, Dan Campbell was out there real lighthearted and, kind of joking. He was still coaching, but still, kind of lighthearted with it. Yesterday, business.
Nice.
It was business. It was just, he was vocal and he was loud.
Were you able to watch the defense quite a bit?
Yeah, I sent a couple of clips over to Alex. I don't know if you got them up there. The defense is looking great. Trey Flowers, he looks pretty damn good. I know he dealt with some injuries last year. He looks like he's pretty healed, ready to go, and they were getting at it.
Well, I'm interested to see that because I want to get you talking about the speed of the defense because they're switching to that 3-4. So really just the energy and the speed and how these guys are being handled is something that I'm glad that you were paying attention to because that's a huge transition. Whenever you're switching your entire scheme and moving guys that were normally hand in the ground down linemen and moving them back as linebackers, it's an interesting coaching adjustment on how you're going to get these guys to play fast, be runners and covering, and less just pressure the quarterback.
Yeah, Trey Flowers got a lot of praise from Aaron Glenn yesterday, just off of how it was. I want to say like maybe it was a speed drill where they were just running around in circles, picking up towels and whatnot, and then they were just their technique on shedding blocks. Everybody was looking pretty pretty good to me. Aaron Glenn, he was again really vocal with them. He was saying what he liked, saying what he didn't like. He said a lot of what he liked and gave a lot more praise than he did negative feedback. So I'll say that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's great.
That's what I'm looking forward to. Is like I was reading about Trey Flowers and how he's just really been good at learning and being coachable, because switching to outside linebacker is going to be a big transition, especially being a part of the old defense.
And that's the one thing that I did see and that's the one thing that's been consistent from OTAs to every day in minicamp that I've seen. The coaches, when they want something done, they've gotten in the guys' grills and they demanded it. And the players, they nodded their head, they responded. Has been some conversation, but nothing bad. They went back out there, got it done, and then they got the praise. So it seems like everybody is being coachable right now. Everybody's happy to be there, and it's something that Dan Campbell talked about.
And it seems like Dan Campbell has the right balance of knowing when to get in the face and be the hard coach, but also knowing when it's time to let your shoulders down and just, experience the fun of the game too. And I love that because, Patricia, complete hard ass, right? Before him, obviously, Caldwell, pretty much a player's coach, treated them like men, and obviously was a hard ass from time to time. He was more of a combination. Schwartz, hard ass, I love that he's a combination because you can't be one thing all the time. Your message will get lost in that. If you're not talking to different people in different ways, like you can only flip the table in the locker room so many times before it just becomes nonsense and everyone's like, oh, here he comes again, just flipping the table. Nobody gives a shit about. Like that message wears off. So I like that Dan Campbell applies pressure when needed, but also backs off when things are going right.
Dan Campbell only has one speed, and it's just his intensity is always on. It's just that he knows how to, differentiate it. Like he's going to be, whether he's intense on, just the guys having fun and being lighthearted, or intense on them getting them drills done the way that he wants and being demanding, it's no off switch with him.
Yeah, I love it. I love everything you reported from training camp and mini camp and OTAs and all the good stuff that you've been able to go to this past couple weeks. And me and Chad Johnson were actually we're jealous of you, Kory, because you got the job I wanted. I want to be at mini camp. I want to be talking to Dan Campbell.
Well, training camp is coming up.
Sneak me in, bro. Sneak me in.
Hey, Kory, just tell him when you start to know the name of what's going on, then you can actually get an invite. When you're trying to go to OTAs, but it's actually mini camp, you don't deserve a spot.
I show up knocking on the door. I'm here for OTAs. So just get out. Just get out.
Close the door.
And Joey saw me yesterday. I was getting set up. I kept saying OTAs the whole time. I was like, damn it.
Got him. But no, it's awesome that you're being involved in this, and you're doing a great job reporting. Everybody's loving your shit, and as you can tell, it's blowing up on Twitter, our YouTube videos. Every time we clip out these sections of our show and post them, Lions fans love them some Lions.
One thing for me is this is my first OTA. Last time was my first OTAs. This is my first minicamp. This is all first, even though I've covered them, doing photography. This aspect of it is the first for me. And right now, I've just been taking everything in, trying to be a sponge, because there is some things that I just did not know, because this is all blind to me. But everybody's been helpful, from the Lions staff to just players who have been there, a couple of seasoned writers who have been covering the team for a few years. They kind of hip me to stuff that, some do's and don'ts, and overall positive experience.
Yeah, no, couldn't be happier for you, man. You're absolutely crushing it, and we love it around here. Fish, you had your hand up. What'd you want to talk about, buddy?
Yeah, so yesterday we talked about Gurley was visiting the Ravens, and you guys were laughing at Ian Rappaport for saying they have a loaded backfield. So the Hook brought it up, and I am calling you out because on behalf of the Hook, who are not here to defend themselves, some of them may be watching right now, I'm told that the Baltimore backfield is loaded and that you are stupid and you are wrong.
Yeah. Could they name anybody in the backfield?
Well, yeah, they named the exact players you named yesterday.
Okay.
But they said that they're
So they
good.
really think Gus Edwards is an elite back?
Yeah.
Okay,
named
well,
the
then they're
exact-
idiots.
They named the exact players you named. They just said that they're really good. Both Pilar and Maz said that you're good. I think Pilar said you're wrong. Maz said you're stupid.
Yeah. Well,
So-
I mean, you take it from the source. What do you want me to say to that, Fish? They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. I don't know what to say. If they think Gus Edwards is an elite back and that's a stacked backfield, then okay, they can have that. I don't. That's fine. I know I do a lot more research on football than those guys do. So take it what you want.
800 yards for J.K. Dobbins blew up.
Yeah, I mean J.K. Dobbins is going to be their lead back
said
this
that
year.
you have to use Lamar Jackson. I think both for the QB and running back.
that's their take. Well,
So that
yeah,
was
if
another thing.
if we're calling Lamar Jackson a running back, then yes, they have a great running game, but they do not have a stacked backfield like that. If you say that, you don't know football.
Okay, well they were saying they have a loaded backfield as well.
Yeah,
so.
if you're including Lamar Jackson as a running back, okay, I'll give you that. But guess what? He's a quarterback. He throws the ball.
Okay.
And the reason why he hasn't been successful is because he can't really throw the ball.
Now there are two clips that Alex has those ready. There are two clips I want to play from Dan Campbell that I think people need to hear about. That I'll talk about where the team is, because he said one thing about the atmosphere of the team is the reason things are going so well is a lot of players are buying in. And
Yes.
so if you can see the can you play that clip about the state of the team atmosphere?
The second one for me is I know you're obviously, trying to get through today and next week, but, just being back there and being back on the field, have you let yourself at all think about, what that might be like come training camp when there's fans out there and that atmosphere and that environment and the pads come on and you're hitting a little bit? Have you let yourself maybe wander a little bit to think how fun that'll be in a month and a half?
No, I mean, honestly, no, I haven't. I mean, I know it'll be good because it'll be great to have the fans back out here and, be a part of it because they'll energize our team too. I mean, our team likes that. You're out there practice, you make it as fun as you can, as competitive, but there's always going to be a grind to it that you got to do. But I do think the fans inject a little bit of energy to the practice itself. So that'll be a good thing. As far as me, that'll be great when the time comes. But right now I'm in the mode of vet mini camp and just trying to get these guys better every day.
I still love that guy's voice. Like every time I hear it, I love that guy's voice.
And there's one more clip on there that I want to get to. It was talking about how he and the staff are approaching the break they have coming up.
I'm curious. This might be the last time we talk to you until training camp, and I'm sure that's maybe a little bit of a blessing too. But when you hit that 5-week break during the off
Blessing
season
for you guys, huh?
Well,
That's what you meant by that, Justin. I got you.
I plead the fifth.
Take that personal. No, it's all good.
You got this 5-week break coming up, and I'm curious as coaches and taking charge of your staff. Is it full steam ahead because you're a new staff and you don't really have time to waste, or is it important for you to kind of sit back, relax a little bit during that stretch, spend some time with your family, and make sure you're ready for the marathon grind of the regular season?
Yeah, look, I think for the staff, it's important that I want them to get a little break here. They're going to need it. The season it's long and it's long hours, and you're not going to see your family, and it's all ball for long periods of time in a day, and so they need to be able to recharge the battery. And look, I know A-Lin and AG, they need to get a break too, but they'll be doing some things over the break. And look, my whole focus is, I got to get my family up here. I got to get everybody moved up here. So when we're done next week, that's going to be my sole priority, is to get them all moved, get settled in where we're at. And then from there, man, once that takes place, I'm going to spend those next 3 weeks just trying to clean up all the little stuff. As it pertains to this team and some of the things offensively, defensively, special teams that I feel like as a head coach I can really hone in on and clean up and help the coordinators somewhat, if you will, give them a little better direction. And so that'll be my focus.
Dude, it's just a straight leader. Like, just a straight leader, man. Like, the devil's always in the details, and him just saying, I want to clean up the small things, and those are what I want to focus on in this time that I have off. Not trying to reinvent the wheel, but just make sure we're doing the simple things right, and I love that.
And he said they're actually, because players have, everybody was basically there at the OTA, OTAs and the minicamp, they're a little further along than what he anticipated that they would be at this point. So it's going good.
Yeah, no, I mean, things are rolling, and, we won't know till they step on the field if things are really going good.
Yeah,
but
everything is still in the super early phase. Just from right now, here's the only thing that I can say that has been consistent from the OTAs to yesterday at minicamp. From the players to the former players to the just people there, it's just a different feeling in Allen Park. Whether it turns out to be a winning product or not remains to be seen. It's just a different vibe with this team, and people are happy to be there.
I mean, as long as the players are around, you can tell that the players are just happy to be there. There's some camaraderie amongst the team. It shows that we have a good leader. I'm not even going to say great yet because he makes us feel freaking amazing. Through the roof. I want his voice is freaking my new Siri on my phone.
And this is the one thing.
That'd be great.
Amazing.
Sorry.
And this is the one thing, I don't know how I missed this. This is the one thing that I forgot to mention. From the 7-on-7 drills the first 2 days, everybody was, hype, having fun with it. Yesterday, it was a lot of shit talking.
Oh, nice.
It was that notch turned dialed up. The switch flip. Guys on the sideline, the defense, they was pointing stuff out, pointing out like where they thought, golf was going to go with the ball and just trying to get them rattled. And the players dialed it up a little bit. It was less, hey, it was, having fun. It was like, all right, let's rattle, let's turn it up. Let's embarrass some folks. And it was on both sides of the ball. They were both trying to get each other.
I anticipate a lot of fights, but healthy fights.
Yeah.
Like team fights, like defending teammates, and like I anticipate that out of these guys because of the leader is creating a group of alphas and a group of guys that are just fighters to begin with. Like all these guys, whenever you talk to them, it's all about punching people in the mouth, ripping kneecaps, doing all of that stuff. So I anticipate there's going to be some pushback in camp.
And just competitiveness. That's what it comes down to. We need people that are down to compete. I've never been to the OTAs and minicamps, so I don't know how it used to be, but I guarantee you that there was no competitiveness at those practices at all.
No one wanted to be there with Patricia.
No.
That was the thing.
Well, again, like I said, I don't want to say his name, but a former Lions player, I was asking him, to break down some drills because, again, you don't know what you know what you know. But, so anyway, I asked him to break down some of those drills, and he was just smiling, and I was just asking him why. He was just like, I know last year they had to do certain things because of scheme, but just their technique right now, night and day different.
And technique is everything, literally everything. We were talking to Sean Baligian about that yesterday from the Baligian and Bell show. Just like at the high school level, how you can have better athletes, but if you have a better coach and you know how to take better angles, get better leverage and all that, it helps you become a better team. And that's why you see programs in high school do well once they get a coach that teaches the game correctly. Because it's really not all about being the most athletic. It's about taking the proper angles, using your leverage, getting underneath shoulder pads. And I hate to sound like Rod Marinelli right now, but you need a sharp shovel and the will to win. But yeah, so great things out of Lions minicamp, Kory. Glad you were able to be there and report it to us. If you want to check out any of Kory's articles, they're up right now, woodwardsports.com. And we got Joey's news coming up next. But first, let me tell you about the grand opening happening next month at Levels in Centerline. It's going to be a party, y'all. We're going to be out there broadcasting live, doing our show out there. So if you want to come pop by, pick up some Woodward Sports swag, you can do that. They're going to have food trucks out there. They're going to be doing a huge giveaway, which, did we confirm that giveaway yet?
Not entirely yet, but it's going to be soon.
That's going to be awesome. And, of course, all their great stuff that they have. EnjoyLevels.com, or go give them a follow right now on Instagram at EnjoyLevels.
Good morning, everyone.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Let's get into Joey's news.
Let's go.
So yesterday we briefly talked about it. I know we're going to dive deep more into this show about the whole Bo Schembechler case. And it was just crazy hearing from Bo Schembechler's son yesterday, and then hearing from some former players, and then really hearing that there's upwards of 1,000 different cases of different students that went through Dr. Anderson. And when you really dive deep, obviously there's still no facts and things being proven just yet. That's what's going to unfold now that this case is really going. But it's going to be crazy. And you think about all the buildings and statues. Everyone's already calling for it. Gone forever. Get rid of them.
Yeah, that's it's going to be a decision that Michigan is going to have to look themselves in the mirror and make. And yeah, we're going to talk about that a bit later because Bo's wife also had some comments, and his other son had some comments on this. So it's just really weird.
The other son one was even crazier.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, you're getting competing stories from sides. But yeah, we'll talk about it in a bit. But yeah, the press conference happened yesterday. They spoke, and we got some more information. So, you know, it leaned me a little more one way than the other.
And Flint's own Claressa Shields, known as one of the greatest boxers of all time, only 26 years old. You see her right there, beast mode. Last night made her MMA debut and earned the 3rd round TKO victory. And this girl right here is a badass, self-proclaimed GWOAT. That's the new term. Greatest woman of all time.
I mean, she ended that fight on top of her, just pounding that chick in the side of the face till the ref stopped the fight.
That was just bad. Just like making mincemeat of her face. Ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
And we'll talk to Art about it. He's going to be on a little bit later to talk about his live stream this weekend. But yeah, when you're watching that, because normally when they're on the ground fighting and they're swinging at each other, you're not getting clean shots.
Yes.
Claressa was getting clean shots and bouncing that chick's head off the mat. So that was.
And from the start, it was supposed to be a different outcome. The first 2 rounds, Brittany Elkin was completely ahead. And then that recovery and comeback was just amazing. Hell of a start to that MMA career for Claressa Shields.
Right.
And McVay was on a press conference for the LA Super Bowl Organizing Committee, which, first off, what exactly is that?
People who are organizing the Super Bowl when it comes to LA.
So it's just a committee strictly for this LA Super Bowl?
Yeah, like when the Super Bowl came to Detroit, they like coordinated events downtown, and like, you know, unfortunately Detroit wasn't nearly built up at that time as it is now, so they were turning all these like fake little shops into makeshift bars and just throwing up folding tables. Like,
I loved it.
Oh, it was awesome. It was awesome, but it was also like, this is about Detroit as you can get at a Super Bowl. Like, I'm literally sitting here at a busted-ass folding table. There's a dude over there selling beer out of a cooler, and this is a bar. Like, it was strange, but people made money, and I had a fun weekend, that's for sure.
So a quote from McVay, everybody says, man, you just seem like you're in a better mood this offseason. And he says, you're damn right I am, while sitting next to Matthew Stafford.
Did he, like, pat Matthew Stafford on the shoulder when he said that to, like, allude that this is why?
Twitter world is saying that is the assumption from that reference.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
He spoke pretty highly about Stafford, and from a report I was reading, they're going to let Stafford be involved in calling the offense, too.
Wow.
So, yeah, they're giving this guy the keys to the castle, and it's Super Bowl or bust out there.
Yeah, they have to give him the keys to the castle, because if anything less than a Super Bowl appearance, me personally, if I was on the team, I'd say anything less than a Super Bowl win. But anything less than a Super Bowl appearance, it's a flop.
Yeah,
it's an
year
epic
one
flop.
No, because
3 years.
Yeah, you got 2 years because they have not decided to extend Stafford's contract. So if they have a 2-year window, if they don't get in this 2-year window, the GM's getting fired, the coach is getting fired, because they will have mortgaged their future for absolutely nothing.
Yeah, and Stafford was talking about, how great his wide receiver core is out there, and, all the things he's supposed to be saying. It's not like he's going to go there and be like, yeah, I've had better. That's never going to happen. But at the same time, it's, okay, let's see what you got, man. Everything they said you needed to be successful, you now have. And if you're not successful, then it is what it is. And I'm in the corner of, I think McVay's been figured out, to be honest with you. And
you think the hype of McVay's over?
Yeah, I do. Honestly do. I don't think it was much. I think Jared Goff was part of the problem, but I think a bigger part of the problem is that offense, people figured it out. And that's what happens in the NFL. You come in, you got this new scheme, you spread it out, you're doing all these things that nobody's ever seen before, and then all of a sudden defensive coordinators figure it out and it becomes tougher. Not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying it becomes tougher, and that's what's happened to McVay, in my opinion.
You see that so often, though. A new scheme comes in, and then all of a sudden it's like, damn, we don't know how to react.
Yeah. I always like to fall back and look at Baltimore when they went with Lamar Jackson as a huge running quarter. They changed their whole system so Lamar Jackson can run the ball more because they don't have good running backs. But either way, once it got figured out, it's not as effective anymore.
And here's one thing. Stafford can't diss his receiving core. I understand it. If you want to say Stafford has not had a running game for a while, I mean, that was obvious. But
yeah, that's fair.
He's always had decent weapons around him to make something happen. So I'm just curious to see what he's going to do differently with the Rams. If you want to say the defense hasn't always been great in Detroit, okay, whatever. But Stafford has had weapons. He's had enough talent around him to make something happen. Again, I hate to beat a dead horse. The dude has not scored a postseason touchdown in 7 quarters.
Be honest, how much is it going to hurt though when we see the Rams in the playoffs?
I mean, they should make the playoffs.
They should make the playoffs, but the thing is, will they win a game?
Yeah, it's not going to hurt. I mean, they should make the playoffs.
Right.
So, they got a tough division, though, so it's not guaranteed.
I love that we set the bar at anything less than a Super Bowl, this team is trash.
Well, no,
they set the bar there.
I love that, though.
Anything less than the Super Bowl, they're fired.
And then in Detroit, if we get 8 wins, this team is crazy sick. It's amazing to me. But we move on to talk about some NBA basketball. And the Bucks, thankfully, back in the series after beating the Nets 86-83 last night. Super low scoring after the Nets dropped 125 on Monday. The Nets ahead still 2-1 in this series. Giannis dropping 33 and 14. Chris Middleton, who finally is back in playing in the NBA because he has been silent as heck. 35 points, and especially them 8 of the last 10 points in that game for the team.
Yeah, he looked good. Looked good last night.
Falling away, kicks it back. Middleton, long three. Got it. Middleton gets inside. Beautiful adjustment.
I like to see him charging at the team like that. Mm-hmm. That's what I like, to see him take control of this game because it's not all on Giannis. He needs him.
I want to see Drew Holiday step up too, because if your shot not falling, just go ahead and attack the rim. Drew Holiday, here's the thing, Drew Holiday can score. So he's just going to have to step up and be that extra guy too, because it can't be, first off, you can't rely solely on Middleton to be the second guy. And just as a whole team, they can't put everything on the Greek Freak.
Yeah, you can't. In that same game, KD getting loved by some Bucks fans. Actually, never mind that. They were chanting something that doesn't show a little bit of love.
Fans everywhere. 16,000 plus here at Fiserv Forum. Hoping to get their Bucks back into the series after those 2 disappointing
You're saying love KD?
In Brooklyn to fall 0-2.
Or a different 4-letter word for KD.
Love KD, that's what I heard.
Yeah,
love KD. That's crazy. The opposing team would say love KD in a chant.
I'm going to tell you right now, that ain't one man you want to piss off.
No.
And you've seen it in the playoffs.
They seen it yesterday.
You've seen it. You do not chant no FKD.
Do not piss that man off, because KD really is the type of guy that feeds off of people pissing him off.
And he stores it. Like he holds that shit.
He collects receipts.
Yep.
There's certain reasons why these people are considered all-time greats.
Yeah, he is definitely one of them.
Do not piss them off. The Jazz with another close W over the Clippers, 117-111, and now the Jazz up 2-0. Donovan Mitchell, the game-leading scorer with 37, and look how beautiful this shot is just before halftime with the stadium full.
And now the switch. Morris trying to guard him. Sidestep 3 on the way. Got it! Splash down! Donovan Mitchell with 59 points in the last 40 minutes in this.
That's good, right? 59 points in 40 minutes. That's good, right?
Not bad. Best part about that video, though, you see everybody in the stadium standing up, packed, 100% capacity. I miss it so much.
Yeah, I miss like not only 100% capacity, but I miss just our games being like that, man.
Man,
Like,
damn all that. Donovan Mitchell's a guy I like to see do well, but I hate seeing him do well.
well, Kory, you're gonna have to suck it up for the next 10 years because Mitchell ain't going anywhere.
Nowhere
baby.
near his peak. Nowhere.
I gotta let it go. I'm gonna let it go one of these days. Just
Yep.
damn.
I know.
Every
I know.
time you see Luke Kennard hitting shots.
I gotta say this though. Outside of that, all jokes aside, there has to be a conversation about Paul George. They've got to do something about him. It's okay. You know, it's at first it's kind of funny just being like, oh, playoff P. You know, he jacked up again. He messed up again. This is really becoming routine. It's like clockwork. You know, you can count on Def, you can count on Taxon, you can count on Paul George choking in the playoffs. And this is it's getting bad. And I'm telling you right now, one or two things are going to happen. And this is if the Clippers lose this series. If the Clippers lose this series, either Kawhi is going to opt out or he's going to ask them to go ahead and get PG out of there for him to stay. Because you can't win with him. Every person, it doesn't matter whether he's with the Thunder, it didn't matter whether he's with the Pacers, or right now with the Clippers. He's not your number two. Because you need your number two to be your number two and show up when it counts. This guy does not show up when it counts. He's a regular season phenomenon, but a playoff bust.
Yeah, that's pretty much sums up Paul Pierce, playoff P's career.
And then you see Donovan Mitchell obviously having one hell of a game, dropping 37 points, but there was still some frustration during the timeout.
In disgust, Donovan Mitchell.
Hey, don't do that.
Taking a chair during that last break.
Don't do that, man.
Do not.
You got
Don't
way too
risk
much
it.
to risk on that ankle or something. Like, who was it? Enos Kanter a couple years ago that slammed the chair down and busted his hand and then was out for the whole damn series.
Come on.
Yeah.
That sounds like an Enos Kanter move, too.
Yeah. No,
I didn't even know about that one.
Just be careful. Just be careful, Mitchell. Don't do that.
And gosh, I love the NHL, guys. Playoff hockey is my favorite. The Colorado Avalanche have been eliminated from the playoffs after the Vegas Golden Knights beat them 6-3 last night. The craziest about this, though, they started ahead 2-0. 2-0, lose 4 straight. Here, of course, we start off with a playoff hockey fight.
You see right here the battle along the wall. Watch once he gets White Cloud down. Everything's fine there, right?
Clarissa Shield style.
Takes the swipe at White Cloud.
Little rabbit punch to the back of the head. Hockey is so weird, like, come playoff times when it comes to fights, because no guy wants to serve that 5-minute major, and no one wants to be suspended because it could cost your team literally a chance at the Stanley Cup. So you can tell they want to go, but it's just like, I can't.
I'm not going to do it, but
can't.
All right, fine.
Right.
Then the go-ahead goal right here, just the beauty.
Kept to the zone by the Golden Knights. Here's Tuck with a drive. Missed the net, and then Pietrangelo scores!
Hockey, man. Hockey cracks me up sometimes. Like, that's pure luck. Like, that guy wasn't planning on banking that off the board behind him. He was trying to shoot, and it just bounced right to his guy, and boom, right in. But
hand-eye coordination, knowing where the puck is at all times.
yeah, their hand-eye coordination's insane. Hockey players are nuts with that.
It's crazy because when you're watching TV, it's like I struggle sometimes to just see the freaking puck.
Right.
But imagine being out there.
Remember when they had the foxtail puck that lit up? Do you guys remember that at all? It was crazy. I forget what year they tried it, but they put a little chip on the puck, and whenever it was hit, it would turn a different color, and the harder it was hit, like the more red it would turn. It was kind of cool. I didn't really mind it. Fish, you're nodding your head. Do you remember that?
I think it was 2001.
2001? Okay.
It was right as I was born.
Yeah,
but,
it was the fox puck.
Obviously, it didn't go too well if it's been 20 years since it's been back.
Hockey people hated it.
Yeah.
They said, what the fuck is this trail on my screen? Get it off.
Well, it was weird because when when the puck would be on the boards, like, closest to you, the boards would be covered up, and you just see this little, like, light thing flashing back and forth. It was nice. It would help you because, like you said, you have a rough time tracking the puck. I think, like, Nickelodeon should offer it or something if they do hockey games.
And then lastly, dude, they got the hit stick when you play in NHL 2K because that's 100% what he did on this right here. Woo!
Ouch.
Love when the helmet flies off, too. That's my favorite.
Reminds me of a Cronwall hit right there.
Got Cronwalled.
There he goes. Cronwall was awesome at
Oh, man. That was the best part about watching the Wings.
Yep.
Was just waiting for him. When you saw him skating full speed at somebody, you know it's going to end bad.
1996 through 1998, the Fox track puck. So, yeah.
Also, it
old
lasted
school.
two seasons.
Yeah, they had it for a while. It was not great. But they had
It was not.
Some more security action for you. Fenway Park security and the fan on the field. Here we go. Boom! So I want to play this back one more time. I want you to pay attention towards the pitcher of the Houston. Look at his ACL and how this could have ended so poorly.
The pitcher?
Yeah, right there at the bottom right. That security he could have taken out both just like that. That was scary. Look how far he dives.
You ever see when Joik tackled a streaker?
When Joik did?
Yeah.
Wayne State or the Lions?
It was against Cleveland, I believe, when he was with the Lions. Alex, if you can YouTube that or find that video, I want to play that coming up.
I didn't know about this.
Yeah, he knocks him down twice, I think. Like, Joik just didn't give a shit. It was awesome.
Like, honestly, that's what needs to happen. Anytime there's, like, obviously baseball, you can't tackle like an NFL player would, but NFL player, just when there's a streaker going out, like in the Super Bowl, someone goes out there and lays them out.
Yep.
That'd be the best. I bet you no one would ever do it again.
Nope.
Besides Stick, thinking that he could take a tackle. Oklahoma beating Florida State to win the Women's College World Series Championship. And here is G catching the final out and celebrating. I love this camera angle right here. Kory, you'll appreciate it. Sooners casting up that trophy right there, World Series champs.
Congrats, ladies.
And now I got to give a quick little shout out to my people at Bridge Street Exchange. Did you find that video or not yet? I'm looking forward to seeing this, so we'll play it later on in the show.
We're talking about Joik next because he played softball with us last night.
Oh,
so we're
perfect.
talking about Joik next, so we'll have it by then.
So Bridge Street Exchange in downtown Fenton. Hey, it's time for you to update your summer wardrobe. And this is a place where fellas, they got everything from all of the barware products to grooming products to clothing, hats, all Michigan brands, a majority Michigan brands. So go support them. Local business in downtown Fenton, but the newest location inside a Somerset collection. So check them out right now. BridgeStreetExchange.com. If you use the code word WSN, 15% off the entire order.
Tony is a third-generation logger that has a simple, practical approach to life and work. That's why his Coast DX342 knife is perfect for him. The stainless steel blade is rust-resistant and made for all-weather use. And the double roll-lock safety ensures that it will never inadvertently close when he doesn't want it to. That's why Coast is trusted tough.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up and being a part of the show this morning. Thank you for sharing on Facebook. Let's make sure we get those shares up. Make sure you get the likes and the subscribes. And we appreciate you guys for just being a part of this and watching this whole damn thing grow. Fish, I actually did pretty well on my bets last night. I went 2-1.
Oh, nice.
I went 2-1, so I've redeemed myself slowly throughout the rest of the week after that rough start on Monday. But everybody said we should let Fish do the bets. So Fish, you have your bets ready?
I did. I Joik Belled it though. I sent it a little late, so call me Joik Bell if you guys want to. But nothing. I'm a gorilla.
With that gorilla. All right, let's hear what you got, Fish.
Well, today is Friday.
Nice
Normally I'm on
graphic
at
too,
9:50. I'm on at 8:50 today. Wonder why. We got the Euros today. Euro 2020 starts today. Yes, 2020, because it was supposed to be last year. They decided to put it to 2021 because of the coronavirus. Don't know if you guys have heard of that or not. Okay, well, it's a virus that canceled everything last year.
Oh,
So-
sounds serious.
Well, it was for some states. Wink, wink, wink. Anyways, Italy, I'm picking them to win. Under or above the versus, that's the draw. So if any of you want to bet the draw, it's what above the versus is. And obviously the other team is below it. So excited. Best day of the year. So I'm picking Italy to win that one. They're minus 208. It's at 3 p.m. It's in Rome, if any of you care about that. We go to Saturday. We have Belgium and Russia tomorrow. Picking Russia to win. I think that'll be a good game. It is in St. Petersburg, Russia. So that should be a good game. Normally, major competitions are in one city, but this year they're doing the Euros in 11 different cities.
That's fun.
Across Europe. So they're not just all in one country like they normally are. And then Sunday, we're going to football. Eagles and the Tigers. I'm picking the Eagles to win. They're at minus 135, although the Tigers are the defending champions. They do look good. I'm picking an upset. It's in Perth, Optus Stadium. 55,000 people are going to be there. So it should be a very exciting game.
So these are all soccer bets, right?
No, last one's football. Australian football.
Oh, Australian football.
Yes.
Don't you call soccer football too?
Football.
Yeah. Well, basically all three of them are football.
Okay.
If you want to be technological.
All right. So those are Fish's bets. If you want to place those, you could go to mybookie.com. And yes, they have all the soccer bets and the football bets.
They are on MyBookie. Yes, I made sure they were on MyBookie before I lost some hair from trying to get them in.
So make sure you go to mybookie.com right now, enter promo code Woodward10, and that will get you a free $10 account. You don't have to deposit any money. It's just a free $10 from us to you.
Use promo code Woodward10.
Yep, code word Woodward10. So you can bet on Fish's bets, or you can bet on my bets, Adam's bets when he's back next week. So make sure you do that today. Promo code Woodward10 and go to mybookie.com. All right, so yesterday, Joik Bell, Adam is obviously out, right? He's on his honeymoon, which is crazy that this whole week has flown by. Like,
seriously,
it really
actually,
is.
I feel bad for the guy.
I know. I hope his honeymoon felt longer than this week has for us. But either way,
that's your best player on the team, ain't it?
Adam is one of our best players on the team. And last night we were out our third baseman, we were out our shortstop, and we were out our left center fielder.
What the heck is that?
I don't know.
Be honest, you get pissed at people?
I do get pissed. Well, if it's once a season, it's okay. But if you're missing multiple weeks, why'd you commit?
You're kicked off the team. That's disrespect.
Right. Like, why'd you commit? You're hurting the whole damn squad because, like, our infield, when it's good, like, when it's all there, we got this kid named Shlomo at third. We got Adam at short.
Shlomo?
Yeah, we have Harry at second and me at first. Honestly, like, we have a really strong infield. But last night, like, Harry had to play short. Joik was at third. We only had 3 outfielders, not 4, which everybody else got to play for. But I was able, during the game, I'm locked in, so I'm not really thinking of taking video. I didn't get a ton of video of Joik in the field, but I did get 3 of Joik's at bats. So here's Joik last night as a space dog. Alex, you could just throw him up in any order, and I'll talk you through what's going on. So I believe, I'll have to know, because at one point Joik batted left-handed, just because we already hit our allotment of 3 home runs for the game. So here we go.
So this is me playing baseball. I don't know which side I swing. I go left and right.
I know you don't know which side you swing. So Joik bats left-handed here. This is Joik's worst at bat. I'm going to preface it by saying that, because he's obviously
left.
not.
Make sure he doesn't hit it out. Ooh.
And he popped out to the catcher right there. That was it. So Joik's out there. This is his last at bat.
Wait. That was called pop. That's out?
That was an out. And then here's Joik's second at bat. And Joik is a hell of a player, man. Like, I was kind of nervous about him playing third, but he was a hell of a player.
There you go.
There you go, Joik.
Did anyone know who Joik was?
On our team, the opposing team was like, who's this ringer?
Run it out, Joik.
But look at this. Look at Joik legging out the infield single, baby. The infield single, baby. And look at that form at the end of that. And then Joik just crushed.
Oh, you heard that. That sounded like a Shohei Ohtani.
Not out. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dude.
Play the home run one more time. We got to show that some love.
You hear it.
Yeah, listen.
That's fucking killed. It's not out. Let's go, baby.
Who's that? Let's go, baby.
That's Billy. It's Billy.
Because you tell Billy he said it wrong. It's baby.
Baby. So what's up, Fish?
Is your own team pitching to yourself, or is the other pitchers bad?
It's slow pitch softball.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was expecting like women's softball where they're whipping them like 80
No,
miles
it's not
per
fast
hour.
pitch.
Oh.
Nice little spin.
Okay.
You got to do the spin style like this.
Yeah, I was expecting like Joik about to have a tough time, but if they're just landing layups.
No, dude, he absolutely crushed that ball. So thanks for Joik for coming out and play last night. We didn't get the win, though.
Oh, man, come on.
Was he on time?
He was right on time. Like, game started at 6:30. He showed up at 6:29.
Damn it.
Yeah, but I don't give a shit. He played well. He got a couple balls at third base. He made some good plays, made some good throws to me at first. So, Joik, thank you so much for being a part of the Space Dogs. And everyone's like, man, you can invite Joik back anytime you want.
No, you don't. He didn't get you a W.
Well, that's all right. We'll get them next time. So yeah, the Space Dogs are now sitting at 3-3. But got to thank Joik for coming out last night and being a part of the team. It was a lot of fun, and I got to say I was on a team with Joik Bell. Besides this team, obviously. So yeah, thank you, Joik, for coming out. All right, guys, you ready to get into a serious topic?
I mean, we got to cover it.
We got to cover it.
Topic A, honestly.
That's our job. We have tough conversations all the time, and we got to do it. Do you have the Joik on the football field tackling? Okay, let's play this, and then we'll get into the tough conversation. Here goes the streaker on the field. Look at Joik. Look at the angle of pursuit on Joik. Boom!
Yeah!
Boom! It pushes him down again. Then security goes and gets him.
So this was in game during the game?
Yeah, I believe it was a preseason game.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him about that
You
one.
just see
That's
Joik
amazing.
out of nowhere, like tracking the dude, and then boom, push him down. So yeah, Joik takes care of anybody that runs on the field like that. So let's do this. Let's take a 15 seconds. We'll get our thoughts together, and we'll discuss Bo Schembechler coming up next on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey guys, I'm D-Mac.
Hey guys, I'm Pilar.
That was a little slow.
All right.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I wasn't ready. I was doing this.
Hi, I'm D-Mac.
Hey, I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz.
You're lit. Hi, I'm D-Mac.
I'm Pilar.
I'm Maz. We suck.
You suck.
Catch us Monday to Friday, 3 to 5.
Every day, right here on The Hook.
On Woodward Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us this morning and being a part of the conversation. And make sure you download our app. It is free and available for you right now in the Apple or Google Play Store. Just search Woodward Sports or WSN Live, and you can download it right to your phone. And it's real easy. It's not one of these apps where you got to sift through and try to find what you want to listen to. You literally pull up the app, you press play, and you're listening. That's it. It's very simple. So make sure you get that in your phone today and tell your friends to download it as well. So the Bo Schembechler drama. It's happening. It's real. This story started out as small, but now has blown up into almost 1,000 people. Yesterday, Bo's adopted son spoke out, and some of his accusers also spoke out. Let's listen to this video first, and this is some of the accusers and his son speaking, and then we'll discuss it next.
We now know, because of survivors coming forward, that Anderson's abuse of players, students for over 30 years was the worst kept secret at the university. I understand the reverence people have for my father, including Jim Harbaugh, but I know the truth. Anderson abused me and countless others over 3 decades. It's clear the culture of abuse at the University of Michigan has not changed and will not change until they acknowledge what happened.
Don't be afraid of me. I can't hurt you anymore. Well, Bo's statement couldn't be farther from the truth. Even all these years later, I struggle with pain caused by Dr. Anderson and Bo. Bo knew, everybody knew. It's hard to share this story, but I hope that in doing so, I can bring some peace and justice to some of the other survivors.
Because Michigan did not take care of me like they promised my mother, I was molested over and over again by Dr. Anderson. I lost 2 marriages because of the decision that Bo made to keep Dr. Anderson on staff, knowing that he was molesting us. I am grateful for the chance to tell my story, and I hope that other people who may be in similar positions know that it's okay to protect yourself from a perverted doctor and the coaches who covered up for him.
So that was some, we can call it testimony. It's a testimonial, I guess, of what their experiences were with Dr. Anderson and Bo Schembechler.
We get his stepson, and we get 2 former players that played under him.
It's his adopted son. It's. I don't want to discredit him.
Yeah,
by,
adopted,
like,
my bad.
You know,
yeah, I mean, it's still his kid.
It's still his kid.
No
Once
matter
you're
what.
adopted,
Yes.
that's your son. Like,
Yes.
once you go through that whole process, every preface to that is removed. It's just your son. Honestly, man, yesterday we were talking about it, and, you know, I was thinking about it and thinking about everything that I said on the air yesterday, and then I watched this press conference, and I took it a little more serious yesterday once I saw these men speak, and once I saw what they were saying. I'm still not 100% either way. I know this is a very tough topic for a lot of people to discuss. I know this is a very hard topic to get to and to even have counterpoints to, because it paints you in a corner sometimes. But we're getting conflicting messages from Bo's family, and I don't know Bo Schembechler. I don't have anything to do with Bo Schembechler. His name I grew up knowing, but it doesn't mean much to me. It's like, you know, it's like Tom Izzo, and I'm not saying Tom Izzo's Bo Schembechler, so please let's not draw that line. But I'm saying in terms of, I just know him as a coach.
Yeah.
That's it. I don't know him as a man. I don't know his standards. I do know that a lot of people respect him as being a guy that would handle things immediately and not let things linger. And that's what true leaders do.
And that's the thing. We're looking at him as the legendary coach.
Right.
We're seeing it as fans. So you don't see all these things underneath. You don't know what's going down behind the closed doors. So all of this is going to be new to everybody. You mentioned you're not 100% either way. Nobody should. There's no evidence that's really come out. We're just hearing testimonials. So this is going to be something it's going to really take a long time to unfold. But when you hear about 1,000 people or so that have come in contact and possibly sexually abused by Dr. Anderson, it's going to be something that rings a bell in your head.
Yeah, his wife, Kathy Schembechler, this was her quote, because she said, "In my opinion, Bo was not aware of this conduct and wouldn't allowed such behavior to occur, especially if to any of his players, coaches, or to the program. If Bo had known of such conduct, he would have stopped it immediately, reported it, and had Dr. Anderson removed from the university." But then there's also another take that Bo knew about all this, and he knew that if he could hold this over the doctor, he could leverage it into, oh, that player's injured? No, he's not. He's playing. And that's a far stretch, but this is all in, I was reading Mitch Albom's article about this, and that was some of the stuff. I like to read Mitch's stuff on big things like this, because I always feel that he has a very, like, well thought out and interesting approach to his articles.
I'm still, I've been sifting through everything. I haven't read Mitch's article, but I've been I heard some of the press conference yesterday, hearing the stories, and waiting for hardcore facts. But here's the thing about it where I'm kind of conflicted, and this has nothing to do with any type of Michigan fandom or just covering the team. It's, first off, I'm not defending Bo in any way. I mean, I'm going to take these victims at their word. I'm going to say, hey, you know what? You said this happened to you. It sucks. I empathize with you, and it's a tough situation to talk about. But at the same time, Bo's not alive to defend himself or to even speak for himself, and I just want something more concrete, just so I can accurately talk about it. Because if there is like damning evidence, like, hey, this is the proof that he knew about this, then Michigan is going to have to do something about his legacy there. Yeah, there's going to have to be discussion about removing that statue. It's going to be.
It shouldn't be. If this is true, it shouldn't be a discussion.
Oh, man.
It should be Saddam Hussein style, tearing that shit down.
The thing about it is, it should be that way, but we all know it's not going to be that way. So I'm just really trying to at least be somewhat fair about it. It should be a discussion about moving that statue, renaming Schembechler Hall. There has to be discussion about it right now, because this isn't going anywhere. It's out there. It's blown up, and I'm just gonna be really anxious to see. Well, I anticipate to see what is the university's response going to be to this? Are they going to do their own independent investigation with the people who, I guess, are still alive from during that time? You know, I want to see what they're going to do about this, because they cannot allow this to be a black eye on their university.
On the pro, yeah. And when the one thing that was kind of shocking to me was hearing Harbaugh come out, because there was a quote surfacing and confirm, Kory, if this is true.
A couple days ago.
Yeah, like the quote was saying that nothing was ever swept under the rug or ignored. He addressed everything in a timely fashion. That's the Bo Schembechler I know. And it goes back to you yesterday when you talked about just comparing it to me, saying, you know me in a certain way.
Right.
He knew Bo Schembechler in a certain way as his coach. So when you generalize a statement like that, you don't know everybody entirely and everything that they're doing when you're not around them.
Right.
So it's kind of tough. And for him to step up and say that, and then a whole bunch of the Michigan and just the whole world exploding on him, and I'm like,
I will say this, though.
Take it with a grain of salt.
Matt Schembechler had a quote about him, and he said, hey, the Harbaugh family has been nothing but gracious and good to us, so don't involve Jim Harbaugh in this. Because it is an unfair situation expecting Jim Harbaugh to have the answers for something that he may have never been privy to in his entire life.
You don't know everybody. Like, you can know somebody and still not know what they do when you're not around them.
Even as a parent to a child, you don't even know everything. So come on.
Yeah, but I will say that with that being said, I think in the position that Jim Harbaugh is in, I think he should have not been so anxious to go out there and defend Bo. He probably should have just waited and let the facts and everything come out. So now he doesn't have that unfair light cast on him, because he put himself in the line of fire with these comments. So it's not going to be anything crazy. I believe Matt Schembechler coming out and saying that, what he said about the Harbaugh family, I think that lessens the blow. It should take some of the.
And to me, it gives Matt Schembechler a little bit of credibility,
more
credibility too, because it's like, all right, he's not just trying to burn the whole thing down; he's trying to make a point. And that's why, yesterday when he said that, I was like, oh, okay, because. There's also reports, and these are facts. Me and D-Mac had a conversation about this yesterday, and I brought up the point that Matt Schembechler had sued the University of Michigan, and he's like, that has nothing to do with it. And I agree, it does have nothing to do. We're not comparing, and even Mitch Albom writes that in his article. But those are facts, and you can't ignore what actually happened. So I'm not saying it makes up for any bad thing ever done. What I am saying is it happened. Period. And we can include it in the discussion, but don't let it sway you.
And let's just say, Bo was alive, Dr. Anderson was alive, and, it went to a court case or anything like that. A lawyer would bring that up.
Oh, yeah, for
sure. So it's something that you at least have to bring up in discussion.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm sure more people are going to come out and speak. And, we talk about Deshaun Watson and that whole situation that's been going on. And it was a big deal when a couple women came out and put their name and their faces to their claims. We're seeing this, and we're seeing it more in droves, too.
And here's the thing. Here's what's getting me to really side with these guys outside of the evidence of something really being done. Remember when the whole Deshaun Watson thing we talked about, we didn't really see a woman talking about how she defecated herself or anything like that.
Yep.
I don't see many grown men gonna go on camera and detail their abuse for something like that if it did not happen.
Yeah,
I really don't see that happening, because both of the guys are gone. Dr. Anderson is dead. Bo Schembechler is dead. So what do they really gain out of this? You know what they gain? They gain telling their story and telling their truth, because it's not like they're about to get any monetary value out of it. They're not about to get Bo's going to go to jail or anything over it. So it's like they get to tell their story. And I don't think anybody's going to, I don't think any man is going to go out there on camera, and tell that story unless some truth to it.
Yeah, there's Kory is one of the guys that spoke yesterday, and one of the things that he said he was struggling with because of this abuse is that he wasn't a homosexual, but he was trying to prove that he wasn't a homosexual throughout his life after that abuse.
I mean, think about it though.
Right.
Like, even in Matt, his son, you know, he was a 10-year-old boy trying to get a physical, goes to see Dr. Anderson, and whether or not it does happen, I mean, that's what the accusations are right now, is that it did happen from his word. That is his entire life as a 10-year-old kid.
Right.
On for the rest of his life till today. He is going to live with that forever. And then to hear that you go to your dad, you talk with your mom, and then your mom says, go talk to your dad, and then says that he doesn't believe it and all that, it's just gotta suck.
I will say this, and I'm not gonna say any names. So bear with me, everybody. I'm gonna try to walk this line as.
It's such a delicate, you know.
Yeah,
this really is delicate to discuss.
Yeah, what I'm about to say, I'm trying to walk a fine line. I have friends. A couple of them are male friends. They were molested when they were younger. Some of them, they did end up becoming homosexual, but they said that's where it stemmed from. They said they weren't like that. They were robbed of choice. It was like they were just forever changed when that situation took place. It took place, you know, they were younger. Like I want to say, like some of them maybe in their teens, and it was from somebody in a position of power. And their life, they just couldn't get over it. Some of them did. Some of them were able to overcome it, and they were, you know, able to have healthy marriages with wives and kids and everything like that. Some of them did not. So it's one of those things.
Yeah,
it's hard to talk about. So
it is hard to talk about. And the thing that it doesn't bother me, but I know that Bo is being held accountable for knowing. But Anderson is the issue here, the major issue here. Yes, if somebody knew and they could have done something about it, they definitely should have. But Bo wasn't out there molesting people. It was this asshole Anderson, and hopefully what Bo's wife is saying that Bo didn't know is correct. But if it isn't correct and he knew and he covered this up and proof is out there, then gone. Over. Schembechler never happened.
It's kind of like
strip the records, just get rid of anything that has to do with Schembechler if this is true.
It's kind of like almost with the Paterno situation. Jerry Sandusky was out there molesting those boys, and then, you know, of course Sandusky went ahead and he went to jail, but Paterno knew about it,
right?
And he covered it up. And they got his ass up out of there real quick.
And that's the way it should be, honestly. It should be. Like, it's all very basic. If this is true, get rid of it. If it's not, then it is what it is.
I believe, and if I'm not mistaken, if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, I believe how they fired Paterno was they knocked on his door at home with an envelope, letting him know he was dismissed. It wasn't no talking about it.
Right. Well, there shouldn't be. Like, if you have to think about firing a child molester or somebody who covered up for him, you are part of the problem now, too. So you need to, like, check yourself and look in the mirror. If anybody here, and I ever find out about it being the quote-unquote guy that oversees some of the stuff here, your ass is on the curve, man. Like, I'm not going to try to cover up for you. I'm not going to try to cover up for Woodward Sports. We're going to put your ass on blast and say, this is not one of us.
And here's the thing that I'm curious to see. I don't know what Michigan can do other than just remove Bo Schembechler's history from the university. I think that's really the only thing they can do, because it's like, you can't, again, the guys are dead, so you can't fire them. Yeah. They can't get a day in court. So it's really, when it comes down to it, it's Michigan, there's only a couple of things I think they can do. They have to come out and detail what they did know and what they didn't know, and also be empathetic in their response. In addition to that, they're going to have to talk about removing Bo Schembechler's likenesses with the university. Outside of that, I really don't know what much else people could expect the University of Michigan to do.
Yeah, I don't really think this is about the University of Michigan. I think it's about these victims.
Getting those stories.
Yeah, I think it's about the victims feeling comfortable coming forward. And yes, the repercussions will be Michigan will strip his name, but it's more about these victims feeling empowered. And yesterday you saw grown men up there crying. and like talking about uncomfortable situations. So all we can do is keep taking in information and keep trying to figure out who knew what and when they knew it and what they did with that information, if or when they found out about it. And I'm sure all of it will come out. You know, there's got to be something that like teeters this whole story that's like factual. You know, unfortunately, this was before the time of email, so there's never going to be like an email trace or a handwritten letter or something like that. It's going to be tough to prove outright. But at the same time, I think the court of public opinion, 1,000 people, it's tough to get 10 people to lie about something.
And I'm curious to see how here's where it's really going to come down to. It's going to be about their alumni network. Michigan has the largest alumni network, to my knowledge, of pretty much any university in the country.
Yep.
So where this goes, look at where the alumni stand on that. I think that's going to tell the story of what happens, and as far as the Michigan side. As far as the victim side, great for them to get their stories out and to share that, be as transparent as they are. And let's just be real, that's not something that's just going on back when they took place. That is something that's, I can guarantee you, is going on as we speak somewhere.
Oh yeah.
So hopefully with those guys going out there and telling those stories, it will at least, well, first off, one, put the shit to a stop.
Yes.
And then secondly, if there are victims out there at other schools and universities, it encourages them to come out and tell their story, or go to the proper authorities and channels to get their story out there, because this cannot happen. This should not be happening, and anybody who does something this heinous, they need to be put under the prison.
Especially for this to drag on as long as it has. I mean, you look at where we are as a society right now, and we know that this is something that's happening. It can't be brushed under the rug. And I mean, you see the way that people are reacting of cancel culture towards Michigan. Like, everybody is obviously going to be defending the victim. And if you ever are a victim, hope it's never that you are in this situation, but it's got to be something that you feel comfortable with, because you know that everybody here is always going to be there to support you, and that's just where we are as a society. So it's sick, you hate to see it, but it's where we are.
Yeah, so we'll keep updating you as we get more information. Obviously, I wanted to wait until we heard his son speak before we actually talked about it. So that's what we waited for yesterday. We got it, and yeah, we learned more, and that's all we can do right now, because anybody who's sitting there thinking that they know everything, you're stupid. You don't. Yeah. Like, you don't. And if you want to play judge, jury, and executioner before you have all the facts, that's on you. That's not my style. Like I said, I'm all for throwing everything away if I find out this is true, and it's pretty simple to me. So hopefully, I don't even know how to end this. Like, hopefully none of it is true, but it's looking like some of it at minimum is true. At minimum. So we'll find out moving forward. Thank you guys for being a part of that conversation. I know it's tough. I know it's awkward. It's not something that I enjoy doing. And it's just, but
has to be done.
It's the biggest story in Michigan right now, and a lot of people had been talking about it the months leading up to this, and I think it's hit a boiling point now to where everybody's got to discuss it. You have to have attention on this story, and so yeah, that's our discussion on Bo this morning. So thank you guys for being a part of the conversation. We appreciate you. Let's do this. Let's have some fun coming up next. A little lighter on the schedule. Choff is going to check in from the Grand Prix. He's down there, Grand Prix weekend. Nice. And, of course, Dan Campbell is going to be the Grand Marshal. So Choff is down there right now. We're going to check in with him coming up. Plus, the Hook did this, and I thought it was a fun thing, a Michigan summer bucket list. Since we're going up north in a couple hours, I figured we should touch on some of these. So we'll be right back on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Thank you guys for waking up with us, being a part of the conversation, sharing, liking, dropping comments, sending stars, all that good stuff. We see you in the comments, and we appreciate you. So, I'm from Michigan. You from Michigan. You from Michigan. Everybody in this room is from Michigan. Pretty much everybody in this network is from Michigan. And this list came out, the Ultimate Michigan Summer Bucket List. It's a great list. I have done all but 2 of these things. All but 2. So I wanted to run them down with you guys just real quick because there's 40 of them. So I don't want to spend a minute on each of them because that's 40 damn minutes. But let's run down these, and you can just say if you've done them or not. And if you're watching at home, you can play at home too. Let us know what you've done and what you haven't done. Let's throw the list up on the screen. Number 1. Cross the Mackinac Bridge. Joey?
Yes.
Kory?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Not to my knowledge, no. Okay. Number 2, been to the Motown Museum.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
You guys keep track so we know what you got after the end, too. Number 3, been to the Sleeping Bear Sand Dunes.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope? Oh, man, you guys got to go there. Eastern Market. You guys been to Eastern Market?
Yes.
multiple
I was going to say, I
times.
think that one's a layup. Fort Custer State Park.
What's that?
It's a state park.
Never been there.
Okay. Cross in the Woods. This is the one Maz thought he went to, but I guess his kids went to. Cross in the Woods. It's kind of by where we're going this weekend.
Nope, haven't been there.
Okay, it's absolutely beautiful if you haven't seen it. A tour of Mackinac Island.
Nope.
Never.
You guys have never been to Mackinac Island?
It's honestly, to Kory's point, like to my knowledge, I don't think so. Maybe as a little kid, but I don't remember.
Okay, dude. We got to make another road trip then. Go up to Mackinac Island. I love Mackinac Island. Golf Arcadia Bluffs. This is one of the things that I haven't done.
Nope.
I haven't done anything on this list.
All right. Tequamanon Falls. Well, if you've never been to the UP, you've never been to
I have never been to Lake Minnetonka.
Pictured Rocks, once again, in the UP.
Okay, I heard that's the most beautiful place in the world. Like, I heard such highly good things. Is that by where we're going?
No, that's in the UP. Like,
okay.
and at the top of the UP.
Never been there?
It is absolutely beautiful. We had like this little tiny like 5-person boat, and we took it out on Lake Superior, which, by the way, don't do that.
Scary as heck.
It was scary as hell. And we thought we could hug the coastline and just see all the pictured rocks, which we did. And it was
You
one of
almost
the best
hit the
trips.
damn rocks.
On the way out, it was perfect. The lake was smooth and calm. On the way back in, we were taking on water. It was intense. But
Oh, heck no. If my boat takes out water, you might as well just kill me.
This is why black guys don't get on boats.
Oh, heck no.
Stony Creek Metro Park. Who hasn't been to Stony Creek?
Yep.
I think I've been. I'm pretty sure I've been there.
Okay. North Manitou Island.
Nope. Where's that?
It's north. Belle Isle.
Thanks.
You all been to Belle Isle?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
The Great Lakes Shipwreck Museum.
Nope.
No?
Is that downtown?
No.
Okay, no.
Okay.
They got no Great Lake thing downtown.
Man, y'all got to do some work on this bucket list.
know.
Electric Forest.
Oh, yeah.
Nope.
No?
Wait. Electric Forest. No, I thought you meant Demph.
That's movement in, that's coming up on the list. Henry Ford Museum.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Henry Ford Museum's awesome. Old Mission Winery Tour.
No, but I'm gonna put a star next to that one. That has to be
Is that
done
the
soon.
one where we're going?
Well, they do have wine tasting this weekend up in Petoskey, and yeah, you drink wine, Kory?
Oh yeah, I'm sliding into that lane.
All right.
I love my dry reds.
The Traverse City Cherry Festival. Nope. God, guys. Greenfield Village.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, there we go.
Yes, sir.
Headlands International Dark Sky Park.
I don't even know what any of these
that's
are.
getting a star.
That's getting a star. It just sounds cool.
Yeah.
Renaissance Festival.
I've actually never been.
What are we doing here?
I've never been to it.
Are you guys even from
I'm
Michigan?
gonna be real. I look at pictures and I'm like, yeah, that ain't me.
Sail the Mackinac Race.
Nah. Nope.
All
You've
right.
been there? You've been to all these?
I've been to, all but 2.
Yeah, he's been to 39 of the 40 on this
38.
list.
No, 38. Yep.
38.
UP's Hidden Waterfalls.
Nope.
Yeah, anything UP, I can just scratch off that you guys haven't been to. So Grand Hotel's Front Porch, that's Mackinac Island.
Oh, that's the sweet one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's that
That's
big,
the big-ass mansion.
Yeah. Find a Petoskey stone. We could do that this weekend
Let's
in
do it.
Petoskey.
What's a Petoskey stone?
It's like a very smooth, round stone that's indigenous to
All right.
Michigan. So, yeah, we can get Petoskey Stones this weekend. The DIA?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. At least. Isle Royale National Park.
You can't even pronounce it.
Baker's Keyboard Lounge.
Indeed.
What? I don't even know what that is.
See, the Hook didn't know what that is either. I had to explain it to him.
What?
I was like, Livernois 8 Mile, the oldest jazz bar in the country.
It's a historical landmark.
Really? I never even heard of it, to
It
be
got
honest.
saved because it was a historical landmark.
Yeah, now Baker's is 5 minutes from my house. So yeah, I've been there. Durden's Catering is there, and my friend Ladero, he did like what do we call it, residency. He had every Sunday he was doing it. So yeah,
No, not for med school. A residency for med school. No, but if you haven't been to Baker's, like, at least just step foot in that place, have yourself a drink, and get out of there, because it's a part of history. It's a sport, like, not just Detroit history, like American history. So it's a very important landmark in Detroit, and it's right there on Livernois and 8 Mile. So I went to University of Detroit, so it was 2 miles north of us. We would hit up some Baker's. Because, this was back in the day, too. They didn't really check IDs. Tigers at Comerica Park. Please tell me you guys have seen the Tigers at Comerica Park.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Tiger Stadium.
Big Sable Point Lighthouse.
Nope.
Okay. I did a whole lighthouse tour of
that up
Michigan
north?
once. Yeah. Yep. The Sioux Locks.
Nah.
Yeah, that's in the UP, so you guys never been there. Tunnel of Trees, M22. That's on the west side of the state. Come November.
Nope.
All right. Copper Harbor.
Nope.
Jesus, guys. Coast Guard Fest.
Is that the one in Grand Rapids?
Yes.
Okay, I've been there.
You were out there?
I was there. Okay, I was there once.
When we were giving away a jet ski when we were out there.
The Sea-Doo.
Yeah, because when I worked for 104.5 SNX on the west side of the state, we sponsored Coast Guard Fest. We were the official media group out there. Coast Guard Fest is awesome. If you've never been, check it out. It's a really good time. Little River Railroad.
Nope.
Movement.
Yeah.
Kory, been to Movement?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Ann Arbor Art Fair?
Yep.
I never have.
Really?
Nope.
We went to the Ann Arbor Art Fair when I was a kid, and my mom bought a piano. Makes no sense, but that's what happened. Slow Roll Detroit.
Oh, yeah.
You ever been to a slow roll, Kory?
Really? That's only because my brother took my effing bike and broke it. Bastard.
Oh, man.
We're doing
Port
that
Huron Float Down. You guys been in that?
Oh, no, I've heard of that one, though. That's where they tie up all the little floaties?
Yeah.
Oh, we're doing that.
Yeah, and we should go to
doing that.
Raft Off, too. And last but not least on this list, Frederick Meyer Gardens and Sculpture Park in Grand Rapids.
Never heard of it.
It's beautiful. Like, it's a good place to take a girl on a date. You just walk around, look at flowers and sculptures. So that is the ultimate Michigan summer bucket list. I don't know who came up with this list. Otherwise, we would give them credit.
Where are you at, Kory? I'm at 28. I did not do.
Hold on.
So I've done 18. Well, 12.
1, 2. Hold on.
I've done 12 of this 40.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Let's just watch Kory count.
All right, let's watch Kory.
Let's just watch.
11.
11. You've done 11 out of the 40.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm doing the remaining 29. That would be
11, 12.
We're at least
38.
getting you a Petoskey Stone this weekend.
Yeah,
so we'll get you on the list.
So I'm gonna get the rest of these done this summer. I don't know about UP, but I'm gonna try to get the majority of these done.
All right, awesome. So if you guys want to see this list, we'll post it up on our social media. It's just fun to go through and think about how great of a state we're lucky to live in.
I didn't even know all this existed.
Oh, dude, the west side of the state and the UP, it literally, we have more coastline than any state in the country. Like more than California.
More than Cali?
Yep, there's more coastline in Michigan, and we're obviously the only freshwater coast. So
More than Florida?
Yeah, more than Florida. Yeah. Yeah, so to me, Michigan is by far the best state, period. I love all 4 seasons. I love everything that this state has to offer. I love the UP. What's up, Fish?
Isn't Florida all saltwater because it's ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're the only ones with fresh water. That's why we're awesome. Right,
No,
Fish?
I just explained that to Joey.
Your stat was only freshwater?
No, we have the most coastline, and we're freshwater. I was adding that to it because as much as the ocean's awesome, I hate swimming in the ocean.
Yeah, you can't go into water.
No, and you get the mouthful of salt water, your skin dries up. Like, I hate swimming in the ocean. I would much rather jump in any lake in Michigan before that. Is Choff on the line? No, not yet? Okay, cool. So we're going to do this. We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back with Joey's News. Ever since Kory's been wearing this LeBron James jersey around the network, it's been falling down a lot. And really, that's it. Dan Campbell is going to be the man for the Lions. Don't you agree, Kory? I didn't even touch you. Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network. Grand Prix going on this weekend downtown, and Woodward Sports is proud to be a part of it. And right now, we got to check in with our boy Choff, who's going to be down there all weekend long, getting good pictures, sharing the vibe, sharing the energy in the city, and hopefully getting up close and personal with Dan Campbell and Sadiq Bey when they are the Grand Marshals. What's up, Choff?
Hey, it's crazy to be out here. It's like the world is healing, and this is just a telltale sign of it right here. Belle Isle, the vibe is so good today. You can see the fountains behind me here, right?
I'm so glad they restored those fountains.
Normally, this place is a zoo, right? Like, we've all seen it, Grand Prix goes absolutely crazy. What I'm loving about it today is not only is, it's a lot easier to move around. Like, I'm walking free up to the track right now. The energy is still as high as it was with a place full of fans. You know what I mean? This is just such an incredible vibe out here today with the sunshine, with all the cars. I love it. I'm a huge car guy myself, so being able to feel the rumble without all the extra voices in the background, it's magic out here today. We can really tell that the world's healing, especially here in Detroit.
Yeah, can you do a quick slow pan of everything that you're seeing right now? I see a car on the raceway.
So yeah. we just missed the convoy of race cars. To be honest, I'm kind of glad we did because I wouldn't even be able to hear you. That's how loud it is out here. But this is the racetrack right here. All the cars are zooming by. If you look behind me here, we've got the city in the background. We've got the famous Belle Isle fountain, and all of the extra, media vendors and everything over there. So I'm kind of tucked away in this little corner right now, and this is where all the action is happening all weekend long, right here. On this little strip here. It's been incredible so far.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. I'm so happy we get to be down there. Thank you to the Grand Prix for letting us be a part of this. So all weekend long, you're going to be down there, posted on social media, doing your thing. Is this your first time at the Grand Prix?
This is my first time at the Grand Prix, but I follow it so close every year. It's my first time being here, on scene. But obviously, huge fan of it over the years and watching it grow and everything. And, it's super cool to be back here, even in this capacity right now.
Yeah. How's Belle Isle today? Is it nice out there?
Oh my gosh, it couldn't be better. Like it's a solid 76, sunny, no clouds in the sky, and there's just the right amount of people here to where it's not like an absolute zoo getting on and off. Everyone's been super friendly. Everyone you can tell is very chill as far as letting things go down the way they need to go down. People aren't getting too crazy out here yet. But that being said, tomorrow's the big day, Saturday. Tomorrow's the day I'm looking for Dan Campbell when he's going to be doing his, big announcements and everything like that. So I guess we'll have to see what it's like tomorrow because I feel like it might be just heating up out here.
Especially at the end of the weekend. You got to be by that fountain when we get to see if someone jumps into it or not. That's the best.
I'm going in that fountain tomorrow when it gets a little hotter.
I was going to say, go in right now, but I don't want you to get kicked out this early.
Yeah, come on. We still got work to do out here.
Well, thank you for checking in, Choff, live at the Belle Isle right now for the Grand Prix. It's going to be a fun weekend in Detroit. They have limited capacity. They're still under the COVID restrictions. But if you can go out there and you can support the city, it's always a good time down there. The cars go very, very fast. And enjoy your time, Choff. Take good pictures. Do some good interviews. Oh, you hear it.
Yeah, very loud. And I'm going to be keeping our socials updated all weekend long. So you can tune in to that. And it's, you'll see that energy in person out here.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Choff, for checking in, and we'll check in with you periodically throughout the day today and all weekend long live at the Belle Isle Grand Prix with Woodward Sports.
Yeah, 2021, baby!
We out here!
Hey, I had to dive deep. I had to dive deep because I used to go out before all the COVID happened. And I found this one video of when I was out there working for the Detroit Grand Prix where I stole a golf cart because they just got golf carts throughout the entire Belle Isle. So here's a little clip. It's going to be called Trivia or Give Me Your Golf Cart. The answer is 1963. Let's switch seats.
Let's switch seats.
Where are we going? See you later. Just the entire environment out there at the Grand Prix is something that I'm going to miss this weekend. But I'm glad it's back.
Yeah. No, I'm so happy it's back. It's such a cool event. I wish it still went through the city.
I know.
Like that's when it was super dope, but the fact that we got it back just in general is awesome. But yeah, one day I hope to see it racing by the Rensen again, because that was so cool when I was a kid seeing that.
See, you always talk about that, and I'm like, I never got to experience that. I only see it at at the Belle Isle, but man, that would be such a cool thing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a good time and a great thing for the city. And we're Motor City, baby. And, you know, all the hoopla over Dan Campbell wearing a damn helmet because he wants to be part of our culture. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Oh, you know what? You know what he has to wear tomorrow? He has to wear the L hat.
Oh,
no. Oh, man.
Oh.
Sorry.
I heard they discontinued those hats already.
No. You really did?
Yeah.
Yeah, they say
they're sold out.
Oh yeah, there are some places.
It's going to be the first item that you see sold out that you don't see anybody wearing.
Right. Man, I'm telling you right now that you know how when they print up, you know, the shirts for both
Super Bowl teams
and send the other ones to the third world country, that's where those hats are going.
What's up, Fish?
Two things. Number one, I heard that those hats are actually made by the NFL.
Yep, not the Lions.
Not made by the specific team. And two, D-Mac likes the hat. Well, I'm not saying he likes the hat, but he would wear the hat with pride.
Yeah, have you seen the way D-Mac dresses?
Wear the hat with pride. I don't wear hats, but if Joey or someone else made it into a T-shirt, the same logo, right, with the L and the line in the front, I would wear it if you put it on a T-shirt. I'd wear it with pride. And I would say, this is for Lions, not losers. You're stupid if you think it's for losers.
And I'd be like, yeah, but you still got the L on your forehead.
Sometimes you got to take the L, Fish.
Yeah, sometimes you got to take the L. Where is Art? Art, where are you? It's
Arthur.
time for your UFC segment, damn it.
Put the vape pen down and come to the studio, damn it.
Fish, let's get into your facts right now, and then we'll bring Art in, okay? So let's give a shout-out first to Sun RV because they are housing us this weekend, essentially. We're going up to Petoskey to stay at one of their beautiful resorts. They have multiple in Michigan. They have Petoskey, and they also have Silver Lake, which is another beautiful area that I got to get these two out to because I'm assuming you've never been to Silver Lake either.
Is that the place with the sand dunes?
Correct.
Oh, I want to go so bad.
Yes, correct. And we'll take the Jeep and go out on there.
Oh, take the doors off?
Yeah, on the sand dunes. We got to do that this summer.
This weekend, though, we get to take pictures with the Petoskey Rocks.
Yes.
That's what we just learned, is that there's Petoskey Rocks. They're very special, but you look at Sun RV as entirely over 160 resorts nationwide, even some in Canada, but this is going to be the first of many that we get to go. Went shopping yesterday, got some good snacks for us. We're going to be out there barbecuing, learning how to start a bonfire, and much more. And I cannot wait to do it, and I just lost my voice.
It's going to be a fun
Take
weekend.
it from here.
So make sure you're following us on social media for all the updates over the weekend. And Art is here, and the UFC is happening this weekend, and we're going to talk about it next right here on the Woodward Sports Network.
Hey, it's Joey from Woodward Sports at my favorite downtown Fenton, Bridge Street Exchange. Let's go check out their beautiful store. You know we love Michigan summers. Got to turn up on the lake. Pre-made mixed drinks. They even got their own beautiful Bridge Street Exchange t-shirts. I got mine on. Jewelry, they got you here. I got mine on. Titanium Buzz. If you're not quite ready to ask that big question yet with the jewelry, look nice for your girl. They got polos. And last but not least, the most comfortable shoes on the planet. Hey Dude. They're literally called Hey Dude. Shop here at Bridge Street Exchange, downtown Fenton. Support a locally owned business.
Welcome back to the Morning Woodward Show, live on the Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, and we snapped our fingers, and Kory changed into Art.
Hey!
It was amazing.
A lot more kids. What's
Let
going on?
me try this.
That you know of.
That I know of, yeah.
Come
There's
on,
probably
Dan.
a couple out there.
I want Kory back. What the hell?
Aww.
It's not like that Bridge Street commercial. You can't change your
Joey
name.
should get a tighter shirt. That's what we need, is Joseph in a tighter shirt.
Tighter. This is actually my loose shirt.
Yeah, yesterday was the tight shirt.
Yeah, this one, look at this. I got wiggle room.
So what's going on this weekend, Art?
Man, well, first of all...
And I know you're going to do it. UFC, but slow down.
no.
Actually talk to us about it.
I get excited. I'm sorry.
I actually have a conversation with
He's
you.
talking as a normal person now.
Well, because you guys rushed me off this damn show. I get 5 minutes.
All right, thank you so much. UFC this weekend with Art.
Shout out to Clarissa Shields for one. I know you guys brought it up, but shout out to Flint's own, arguably the greatest woman of all time. So I got to get that out of the way. Excited to see what happens.
Normal.
Yep, see what happens in the next fight.
UFC 263 coming up this weekend.
Yes, looking right over here. That's right. Israel Adesanya, Martin Vettori, the rematch. Now, Israel Adesanya is 20-1 now. He lost to Juan Blachowicz as he moved up in weight. He's moving back down. If you watched the press conference yesterday, it was insane. Possibly one of the best UFC press conferences. You could see them there. I call him Mr. Baldy, Mr. Big Old Egghead, Dana White, separating the two. That's the headline fight. So, split decision victory the first time that they fought. Marvin Vettori won the third round, but now they're going 5 rounds. They're headlining. It's going to be amazing, followed by my fight of the year for 2020 in the rematch with Figueiredo versus Moreno. That fight last year was a draw. That is a flyweight battle that you have to watch. And then, of course, the always high, always entertaining, and always repping the 420 brand, 209 zone, Nate Diaz returning to the octagon, his first time since 2019. So, lots of great fights. We're going to have the watch party. Myself and the always beautiful and talented Matt from Serenity CBD will be joining me.
Yeah, you have a man crush on that.
I do. Listen, man, you know what? We're going to do.
You can't just say Matt. It's always, the sexy, beautiful.
Listen,
I love him.
We have a segment coming up on Baligian and Bell called How Straight Are You? Okay? And to me, I have no problem admitting it's Pride Month. When a man's good looking, I have no problem admitting it. Stick, you're a good looking guy. Joey, you're a good looking guy. There's beautiful.
It's not that I don't have a problem admitting when somebody. It's you're over the top with Matt.
You
can't mention Matt without letting me know how beautiful he is.
Jealousy does not look good on you, for one. I will start complimenting you a lot more. No,
I don't need that. I don't need it.
He is a combination of Zac Efron and UFC fighter Cody Garbrandt. And they're two of my favorite people. So
I see the Zac Efron.
Yeah, Cody Garbrandt, he's a fighter. If we covered the sport more, if people actually gave a shit about UFC other than me jerking off in the corner talking about UFC.
Hold up. UFC's a big ass deal.
Why are we giving you time right now? Because we think
I begged you. I ask you every week. I say, Stick, please, Daddy, please. And you're like, God, this fucking kid. What are you going to do?
No, hold up. You don't come on the show and talk like that because you're begging, okay, Art, come on the show at 9:40.
No.
Where was Art at 9:40?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and first of all, let's preface this. This morning I wake up to a text from Art.
5:45 I texted you.
Yep. Says, can I come on the show this morning and talk about UFC? I send the prep the day before, and what was at 9:40?
Art on the show.
I was like, clearly somebody didn't read the prep.
I'm busy adjusting Joik's microphone, making sure that his wallet's returned to him on time. I don't have time to read other people's prep. I'm sorry. That's for the producer, Kennedy. If you're watching...
so that show finishes at 1 o'clock. What did you do from 1 o'clock till 5:45 when I woke up?
What did I do? Yesterday, I ran around in fear thinking that Chad was going to stab me because I shut down the network yesterday. That's what I did. Jesus. So anyway, watch party tomorrow night. I'll be here as the, the assistant to the ops manager here because that's my official title this weekend.
Yeah, with all of us out of town this weekend, Art, you're in charge.
Get me on camera, Alex. Yeah, let's go.
Assistant to the ops manager.
Yep.
So
It's a hell of a title.
Adam's out of town. Joey and I are also out of town. So that leaves you as the senior ranking member of Woodward Sports.
Yeah, remember the name.
So you are in charge of the entire studio all weekend long, the soccer show, your UFC fight, the Sneaker Box podcast. You're in charge of all of those all weekend long.
And just don't hit a button to turn off the entire show.
And if any of them fuck up, I don't want to call up north. I'm trying to enjoy my weekend with my friends.
Yeah, you know what really pisses me off about that is the fact that, listen, I know what my job is. I'm supposed to be in studio covering the fights. I'm doing this for you people, okay? I'm doing it for the WSN fans, the Woodies. But you guys are going to Petoskey, which I lived there for years, and it's arguably the best city in Michigan, hands down. You guys are going to have a blast.
I'm so excited to be there without you, Art.
This is why we don't talk. We do the show, and then I don't talk to them. I don't talk.
I'm pretty sure we invited you,
I'll
Art.
call your brother Daddy if I want. That's not the only thing I call him, Kendra. I call him, hey, where's my check, Mr. Boss Man? So. But no, seriously, when you guys are up there, drop some Petoskey stones in the lake for me. And I hope you have a great time.
Man, I miss when we used to give Art 30 seconds on the show.
All right.
UFC 263 coming up this weekend.
No, but honestly, you're looking forward to this fight, right?
Absolutely. I mean, when you look at the divisions that are being showcased tomorrow night, it's just the stat card, and I say that every single time, and you're like, oh, it's the guy with the gauges and shitty tattoos telling you to watch the UFC fights. Listen, it's the greatest sport in the world. Not only do you have fighters that respect each other, you have fighters like Marvin Vettori and Israel Adesanya that hate each other. I mean, these two guys hate each other. I've never seen Israel Adesanya this motivated and ready to fight, and you have possibly the possibility of Marvin Vettori, the first Italian champion in the UFC. That could be a possibility tomorrow night.
Israel Adesanya, is he undefeated or he got one?
He's 20-1. So his last match, he moved from 185 to 205 and was defeated by Jan Blachowicz, the Polish power. So he's coming back. He's dropping down in weight.
So he's undefeated in the weight class.
Undefeated in the weight class,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean jack shit when you have that 1 on your record. You no longer have that goose egg. You decided to man up and move up. It didn't work out for you. Moving back down is hard. I mean, you're dropping from 205 to 185. That's 20 pounds you got to lose.
That's tough, man. How these guys cut weight like that is crazy.
That's-
I wrestled in junior high, and sometimes we had to cut weight.
Yeah.
And like kids would put like trash bags on them and
Yeah,
run a
I've
mile.
seen that. That's so
Like,
weird.
We've
just so
all
you're
cut weight
sweating.
here due to the anxiety and pressure. Stick used to be like 300 pounds, and now he's like $120.
That's
It's
right.
insane. But no, it's a great card. Matt will be here. Easy will be here. Ben will be doing the socials. Make sure that you join us. And the next card after is Stick's like main man, Conor McGregor, July 10th. So
I cannot wait.
That's gonna be hype.
I will
Yeah.
be here. Can I be your co-host for that event?
Just me and you.
Well, no, other
We'll have a
people.
full pack room
There
on
might
that
be
one.
someone that might be replacing you, and she has
Oh, is
bigger
it-
boobs than you.
Is it Kendra Lust?
Yeah, I've been trying to work on that, but I'm not. You know,
You want me to call her?
If you could, please.
Okay, I'll
Daddy.
call her.
Daddy.
Thank you. You're welcome, son. You're welcome, son. So make sure you're watching. What time are you kicking off the watch party?
10 o'clock. You know what? I like launching a little earlier because the prelims are usually like really good, so we might launch a little earlier.
Okay.
I
Do
don't
that.
know.
Do that.
It's my weekend. I'm running this shit. So you know what? You want to be on this network? Send me an email.
What's up, Fish?
Art, Maz, sorry to say this, but I think Art's gonna be on my island now.
Oh!
Wow!
I think Art's taking over Maz's place.
I love when we bring up topics from 4 months ago.
I know.
Fish, when the chip thing happened, Fish brought it up every day for 6 months it seemed.
So if you don't know what we're
That's only
talking
'cause
about,
it's
we
George
did.
Bell.
Hold
That's
on,
only 'cause
Fish.
it's George Bell.
Hold on, Fish. If you don't know what we're talking about, we did this thing like you said about 3 or 4 months ago, where if we were on a deserted island, what one person from Woodward Sports would you take with you?
Yeah.
And Fish smacked all of us in the face and said Maz.
Yep.
Yeah.
But now he's saying
switched it.
Art.
Well, listen, if you take Maz on an island with you, he's going to take the plane and give it to somebody else, and you'll be stuck on the island forever. Just like we're going to talk about...
Maz will be like, how'd we get on the island? I don't know how we got here. I have nothing to do with this island.
We're going to talk on Baligian and Bell over the fact that Maz literally sent a group text with a picture of Joyke's
Oh my
driver's
gosh.
license like a dumbass and said, hey, I got your ID. Like,
Can we, hey, no, we got to have him on the show because I don't want
Can
him
we
to
throw
just
that
get.
picture of the license up? No,
Yeah.
I'm joking.
We got. Listen, this is the one time Maz ain't gonna just get pushed to the side. I'll like let him go under the curb like that.
Yeah.
He's got to be in the studio for that,
Yeah.
so he can face to face man up to what he did because you do not do that.
He'll say he didn't send the text.
Right. Somebody else grabbed my phone.
Oh, that was my daughter. I didn't do it.
I don't know there, Johnny
The phone sends its own text. I have nothing to do with anything in my life.
I typed Joyke Bell and all of a sudden it went to WSN content
I've
thread.
never met a bigger victim than Maz ever in my life.
And that's coming from
That's
you.
coming from me, who bitches and complains about everything.
Yeah, no, Maz. Nothing is ever Maz's fault. We've
Nope.
learned that over the course of a couple months.
Unbelievable.
Couple months, damn, first day. I learned that.
First day was hilarious too. What's up, Fish?
Maz gave the wallet to me before the show to keep it back here for Joyke to grab it when he comes in, whether it was yesterday or today. And then he said,
Oh,
hey,
he's blaming
Fish.
you, Fish.
Well, no. Then he said, hey, Fish, give it back to me. I'm going to use it as a prop.
Yeah,
so he used it as a prop on his desk.
In transparency, too, the wallet was sitting up here on the desk the entire time, and I actually drove Joyke's wallet back to him because I wanted to be a nice person, not realizing that Stick was taking him to softball anyway, so he could have just fucking given it to him. I'm too nice of a person. That's the problem. Too nice of a person. I need to start being like Stick. That's what I need to do. I need to go full Adam around here.
Oh, no,
Anyway.
you all were fired today. Every single one of you were fired.
But yeah, anyway, UFC 263 watch party. We're excited for it. Make sure that you're tuning in. It will be on all platforms, of course, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube.
Awesome. Looking forward to it. Your watch parties always do really well for the network, so thank you.
If they didn't, I want to be here.
That's for sure. Fish, you ready for your facts?
Sure.
All right, it is now time for the Friday edition of Fish's Facts. Let's get through these, buddy, because we're at 9:55 right now.
Yes, sir.
Too much.
Yeah, Art talk too
Yeah,
much.
it is.
No.
Fish.
Go Fish.
Fish facts.
It's fish.
All right, Fishy, what you got for us leading into the weekend? Oh, turn your mic on, no.
Today's Friday.
There we go.
Damn it, audio producer.
I had to mute a bunch of... You guys are talking during the... I want to boycott my own segment now. We're going to start off the facts today. Pissing me off, man. The Jazz.
Turn your mic on,
they're
Fish. I
looking
can't hear
good.
you.
Well, maybe you have hearing problems at that point. The Jazz, they're looking good. They're 6-0 when Donovan Mitchell was playing in the playoffs.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
So they're looking good.
Yeah, they have not lost with that man.
They have not lost. They're looking very good. They might go to the finals, maybe. Probably not. Go Clippers. We go to Rudy Gobert. He took 5 shots last night, and he got 13 points, 20 rebounds, 3 blocks, plus 14, and he's the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, honestly, it's so weird to me because we were talking about this yesterday with Kory. Like, I don't look at him as one of the elite defenders of all time, like Dikembe Mutombo, like Ben Wallace, but he's putting up the digits but it's an era where defense, nobody plays it. So that award kind of means nothing in the NBA anymore.
We have superstars happening in the NBA, as you guys are very aware. Young superstars are carrying their team in the playoffs. Spider has 33 points per game, 48, 42, 88%. Booker's doing very well. Trae Young's doing well. Luka, Doncic, Tatum, and Morant, they're all eliminated in the first round. They're all 24 years or younger. And I put LeBron James because he is supposed to be carrying people on his back, and his back got too heavy, and he fell down, and now he's making movies in L.A.
Well, that's what his shoulders are built for, if you ask him.
Well, I mean, they're not built very well. I mean, can't even take a hit.
That's my boy, Fish! That's my boy!
I mean, that's the problem with him. He's built, what is he, 250, 260, and he just... boop! Ah! He just falls. I don't like that, but understand that. All right. Let's see here. Today is June 11, Friday. The Detroit Red Wings, 1995. They beat the Chicago Blackhawks in the Western Conference Finals to go to the Stanley Cup.
Nice. We didn't win it that year, though.
We did not. We have birthdays today, by the way. We have 2 of them for you.
Who?
1913, Vince Lombardi. The guy who made the NFL, basically.
Yep.
The trophy guy.
Yeah.
Yes, Yay!
Wow, Art, good job.
Hey.
Killing it. Sports!
Then we have another guy. By the way, Vince Lombardi is dead, if any of you want to know. Just a
Happy
side
birthday
note.
to the dead fella.
Well, I just wanted people to...
So
Can I
that's why he
boycott
didn't
this segment?
return my text.
I just wanted people to know in case they was...
He's dead, by the way.
All right, 1956, Joe Montana's birthday. Happy birthday to him. I should
Joe
mute my mic
Montana.
now.
I love Joe Montana. Joe Montana was my hero growing up, man. I love Joe.
He is alive, by the way.
Yeah, Joe Montana
49ers legend.
and doing Hanes commercials. So if you want
He does
to
do
check Joe
Look at
Montana
Art
in his
whipping out
underwear.
the 49ers legend.
Yep, I have his rookie card.
Me too.
Why don't you go sell it? You can make like $8 billion now.
I know. I was talking to Matt Broder. He plays on our softball team, and that's what he does. He sells and buys and gets cards and all that.
Oh,
and
dang.
he's super smart when it comes to it. And he's inspired me to go back through my collection and pull out stuff and maybe sell it right now because the card market's hotter than it's been in 20, 30, 40 years. So.
And then any WNBA fans out there, Maya Moore's birthday is today as well, 1989.
Hey, happy birthday, Maya Moore. All right, it's now time for Joey's Dumbass of the Day.
The Detroit Pistons select Darko Milicic.
World's dumbest criminal.
Well, so much for me calling him savvy because he had no idea where he's on the field.
When he crosses too many timeouts, it's a technical foul.
Dumbass!
All right, Joey, what do you got today?
We might be the ones to blame. We highlight idiots on this show at this time every single day, and when idiots see other idiots on their show, they get jealous and they want to be an idiot and copy them. So the video that is going to be a repeat is the dude that was dancing on the back of the car. 2:31 a.m. on 7 Mile and Hayes in Detroit. A female, doesn't get more Detroit than this, seen twerking on a moving vehicle.
Get it, girl.
Go, girl.
Get it,
Go,
girl.
Hey. Let's just straight up twerking in the rainbow skirt.
I love
I
it.
know
Hey,
her.
happy Pride Month.
Live your life.
Hey, man, you know what? If you can't twerk on top of a Jeep in Detroit, what are we doing here?
Honestly.
I'm
Like
all
that-
about like people not, if they're not hurting themselves or they're not hurting other people, like let her live her life.
Yeah.
You know?
My bad for inconveniencing her life. She just let you do your thing, girl.
You dumbass. Thank you guys for being a part of this week. It was a good week this week, man.
Can we repeat that video today? Let's just go out in the car.
Run it through
Let's
one
go
more
down
time.
Woodward.
I'll do it.
Oh,
No, I meant let's recreate. My bad.
No, we can watch it again. I watch this girl
Yeah.
twerk on a car all day.
Oh, yeah.
Who's driving?
that is
though? That's what I
beautiful.
want
What's
to
she
know.
holding on? Like
Her mom.
that's impressive. Her mom.
It's got to be like the sunroof opening or something.
Yeah, it's got to be something.
I don't know. Either way, I'm not getting on a car and twerking for any amount of dollars.
Wow.
Unless
What
they're
a
hundreds.
diva.
So thank you guys for being a part of the morning show this morning. Baligian and Bell are up next. And then, of course, The Hook is on from 3 to 5. We are about to hop in a truck and an Airstream. We're taking Woody up north, too. It's going to be an amazing weekend in Petoskey with Sun RV. Make sure you're following us on all of our social medias if you want to experience the weekend. But we'll take a ton of video and recap it as well.
Will you bring me a Petoskey stone, please?
Yeah, I got
Thank
you, baby.
And fudge. We'll bring you some fudge.
Oh, I love fudge. It's gluten-free.
So we will see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Art's in charge this weekend, so if anything goes wrong, message this guy.